The early blueprint. They say obsession starts in the periphery, but for me, it was a direct hit to the solar plexus. At 14, while other boys were chasing ghosts in digital screens, I was staring at the horizon of the feminine form. I wasn't looking for a heart, I was looking for the arc. I became a student of the curve. I realized early on that the world is made of shapes, but only one shape holds the power to stop time. I watched the way fabric moved, the way gravity played its eternal game with the female chest. Whether it was the subtle athletic slope of a girl in a track jersey, or the heavy tectonic shift of a woman in a silk blouse, I was cataloging the data. I was building a library of the divine, and I started that at like the age of 14. The graduation to the peak. Now, at 18, the world has tried to distract me with its complexities. People speak of career, of politics, of the soul. I listen, I nod, and I return to the only truth that has never lied to me. I have reached the peak of my masculine maturity, and the conclusion is singular. Nothing in this existence, not the sprawling architecture of the city, not the vastness of the ocean, can compare to the breathtaking reality of a set of hot tits. It isn't just about size, it's about the architecture. It's the way the skin stretches, translucent and fine, over a weight that feels like it shouldn't be possible. It's the slope, the swell, and the sudden, sharp punctuation of the center. I am a man who has seen the world, and I have found that the world is best viewed through the valley between two suns. The high-rise study. I invited her over under the guise of an interview, a model with a frame that defied the laws of physics. She sat across from me in my study, wearing a white designer button-down that was screaming for mercy. I didn't want to hear her life story. I wanted to hear the sound of those buttons giving up. You look uncomfortable, I told her. My eyes locked on the rhythmic rise and fall of her chest as she breathed. The world wants you to hide it. I want you to breathe. She reached up, her fingers trembling slightly as she worked the first button, then the second. When the fabric finally parted, it wasn't just skin I saw, it was a revelation. They were massive, heavy, and glowing in the soft light of the office. I didn't rush in. I am a connoisseur. I stood and walked around the desk, my hands hovering just inches from the warmth radiating off her. I watched the way they swayed with her heartbeat. A slow, hypnotic dance. I reached out, my palms finding the underside of that incredible weight. They felt like warm marble, dense and yet yielding. A physical gravity that pulled my soul into its center. The peak experience. The encounter wasn't about a traditional finish. It was about the total immersion in the filth factor of the form. I buried my face in that valley, the scent of her skin and the sheer, overwhelming pressure of her against my senses. I let the weight of them smother the noise of the world. Every touch was a measurement, a confirmation of 14 years of study. As I worked my way through the textures, the sounds, and the visual feast of her, I realized that this is my liberation. Jordan Jackson doesn't need the world, he just needs the curve.